From Bucks County to Bethlehem in the West Bank tonight, Jim found out how money raised here in the Delaware Valley is helping provide somewhat of a safe haven for Palestinian children.
We drove about an hour and a half from Tel Aviv to try to get a handle on how money that's being raised back home in the Philadelphia area is helping to give Palestinian children a safe haven, a place where they can let off steam. But when we arrived at the refugee camp in the West Bank, it quickly became apparent that that safe haven is anything but immune to the impact of this latest conflict. It's summer in Bethlehem in the West Bank. The sounds of children playing that could just as easily be heard at a playground back in Bucks County. But these Palestinian children are living in the Aida Refugee Camp, a one-time tent city that's grown to house some 5,000 men, women, and children. Families without any other place to call home since the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948 forced them to flee their homes.
When you live in a refugee camp, you feel frustrated.
Salah Ajerma was born in the camp and has spent most of his life here.
Because I was missed this when I'm a child, now I want to give my children or the children of the camp a nice place to play.
It was Ajerma's vision to try to raise money to carve out an oasis in this otherwise gritty camp. Playgrounds for Palestine of Yardley, Pennsylvania answered the call, funding this effort to give these kids a place to be kids.
To play for children, this is the most important thing.
11-year-old Noor, visiting family from her home outside Boston, agrees.
When I come here, I forget about everything. I like to play soccer, I like to climb, I like to swing. So I think a lot of the kids here feel the same way.
On this day, though, playtime was cut short out of fear, the refugees say, that the Israeli military would lob tear gas right here again.
They throw a lot of tear gas.
Ajerma showed us these images of the military using tear gas that seems to land right in the middle of the playground and spraying a foul-smelling liquid the military told me is a harmless biological component. Just smells bad?
Yes, it's just a stench that sticks to you for a couple of days.
An Israeli military spokesman admitting to us they use tear gas if the refugees seem close to rioting. This American who volunteers at the camp didn't want to be shown on camera for fear of Israeli reprisals, but he shed light on the dynamic he's seen this summer.
Yeah, the kids feel like it's their responsibility to do something, to resist. They throw rocks at trucks or at tanks or at the military bases, and that's really the only thing they can do as kids to just kind of express some of their frustration.
I wouldn't say the experience of tear gas and the chemical was good, but it was an experience that kind of brought me to thinking more of how these kids live.
Frustration is what we've been hearing a lot while we've been here, but we did feel that once those kids do get a chance to hit the playground, they do seem to forget their troubles, at least for a little while. In Tel Aviv, Jim Rosenfield, NBC 10 News.